Yes people, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm just going to be talking to the camera, no usual PowerPoint, but I want to go over today why you as an individual, as an agency, or you as a person doing OnlyFans are not scaling past 10k per month, or you're plateauing, or you're just hitting a point where you just can't seem to move. The first one is you probably have not enough traffic coming. So if you are marketing yourself just on Instagram, maybe you have to just push out onto Reddit and stuff like that. If you are making great quality content on IG, which shouldn't be an issue being pushed out at all, but you need to be hitting more than one platform, such as Reddit or X or anything else that you're into. Make sure you're pushing on 2 platforms and uploading daily. If you don't have people coming in, this means you have no leads, which equals no growth. You need people to come in to buy. It's really simple. The more people that come in, the more people are going to buy. The next one is you're doing everything solo. So this goes out to an agency as well. If you're doing everything yourself, you need to start putting systems in play and outsourcing the work. You shouldn't be uploading, you shouldn't be editing videos. Get someone to do that for you. You should be thinking more of the logistics side, looking at the numbers, looking at the statistics, how to improve, analyzing content, and then educating people, making even content plans to really understand the features of content and what really matters, and even training the creators on how to make great style content, getting good lighting. You can see the lighting I've got here, it's pretty good. The thing is, these models don't actually know how to get good lighting and how to improve their structure of their video or put into a schedule in place. So you really need to educate them. Doing everything solo as a creator is just crazy because the money comes from the chats. And then if you don't have a good chatting team and you're not getting hours of coverage, so a guy might be sitting there nice and hard, but then if you've got no chatting team there to catch him at the right time, you're not going to make sales. Also, it's a job in itself, learning chatting. It's all about psychology of humans. So you really need to know a good understanding of how to chat. And it's hard to do that as a model. I've not met many models that are really good at chatting, that are able to do chatting and also create content full time. The next one is his no sales system, so it entices into the chatting a little bit more. But if you're unable to know what captions to put on a PPV, know how to use the men, really get to know them, build rapport, that's what we call it in the OFM world. If you're unable to build rapport correctly and not make these men feel wanted or special, you're not going to make sales. Also, it's about showing personality on a public scale. On your social medias, you've got to be introducing your personality. You've got to be wording things a certain way. Where your link, and then when people click on your link, if your landing page isn't great or enticing, that can also affect results. So you have to include all of this and make sure the systems that you have in place are the best. Make sure that you are checking the statistics daily and what you can change. And always, the only way to find out if something's good is to test it and see what works and what's not working and make changes, and also being educated within the field. The next one is poor content structure. I come across so many models that I say to them, so what's your plan like for the week? Have you got anything planned? They're like, no, I just wake up and see what's going to happen. I think I'm going to do it on Thursday. You can't just think if you're going to do it on Thursday, because if something comes up, then you're just going to prioritize that over content. You have to be prioritizing content and get a nice weekly structure in place. For me personally, on a Monday, all the models start producing content on the Monday and Tuesday for their IGs, TikTok, Twitter, Reddit. Then on the Wednesday, they're doing OnlyFans, images, PPV, stuff to sell. They're getting everything made for the week. And from Thursday to Saturday, they're just doing TikTok live. That's all they're doing. That is literally how the structure of my week works. Keep it really simple and actually sticking to the structure. Treat it like a day's work. If you, as a model or as an agency looking into models, these models are only doing about 20 to 25 hours a week. That's part-time in the UK where I'm from. And they're only 10k plus per month. The only way you're really going to get this is by having structure. If you've not got structure, you're going to be muddled all over the place and you're really going to struggle when pushing forward. So you have to plan your days. If you're not doing that, you're just not going to get anywhere. Then the next one is your mindset. So you actually think more content equals more income. It's such a bad mentality to be in, especially in the situation we're in now. There's people doing blackout market with Cupid bot and also making mass amounts of IG accounts. Fair enough. In this situation, you could probably make just above average content, and then you're just doing it at a mass scale. But most of this is only working if you've got a salary model. If you are doing it the organic way and you want longevity and you don't want Instagram to change your rule and then your whole agency be finished with, if you really want true longevity within this, you have to really be critiquing your content. You have to be thinking, it's not about pumping loads of content out there. It's about the quality of the content, the style, the captions you use. It's about enticing the audience, having a good hook, having a good main body, having a good ending, make them feel some reward at the end of it. Make things different. You have to stand out from the crowd. It's not a case now anymore where any model can reach above 10k. If you've not got the personality, if you've not got a selling point or a selling feature, you're not going to get there. So please hold your ego back and literally get out there, show your personality, be creative, stick to content verticals if you are a manager or a content creator. If you don't know what they are, put it into ChatGPT, it will tell you what a content vertical is. And really, you have to treat this like a business. You have to see it as like, this is what we're trialing, this is what we want out of this, and this is the acquired outcome, and this is how we're going to get there. If you're just waking up on a Monday saying, oh, I think I'll have a look through Instagram, copy some people, it just doesn't work like that. You have to plan. On a Sunday, our models to receive all their content. We have a chat with them on a Saturday to say, listen, we're going to give you this content plan tomorrow. Have you got someone who can film? What locations are you going to? Are you anywhere where you haven't got certain clothing? You have to be on it with all these things. If you aren't, you're never going to scale, because to reach the best, you have to act like the best. And this is what the best are doing. right? And then finally, it's with model, if you're not willing to show your personality, if you're not willing to be a little bit different, if you've got a special feature that's a great selling point, if you can market that correctly, you are going to push really far. If you haven't got a special feature like humongous boobs or an extra long tongue, anything like that, or you're not into feet content, there's nothing unique about you, it's not the be all and end all for you. It just means you're going to have to think about content quality, that little tiny bit extra, and use your personality. Get out there, do some POV videos, do some skits, show your personality. If you're not showing your personality, people aren't going to come. People want that perfect, they come over, right? If you're scrolling through the For You page, you see the same girl, but this one, you see she's branded correctly, she's that green-eyed girl who loves motorbikes. Then you directly zoom in into that and think, wow, this girl has personality, she brands herself correctly, she's into bikes. Most men are into bikes, but if they're not into bikes, they're going to be like, oh, this girl's actually a tiny bit different because she's branded and she's hitting that target audience. So what I'm trying to say is, when men are going through their For You page, all they see is Latina caption of a video, oh, actually, there's a Latina right there who's showing her personality, who is actually quite funny. Then they're going to be like, oh, do you know what? She's a bit different. Let me see what she's about. Bang, she subscribes. You have a good chatting team in play. Bang, you've signed them. They're there. You're chatting to them. You're earning more money. Seriously, if your model is really resistant to show her personality, or you keep training her and things aren't getting better, the thing is with this industry now, it's moving towards a talent system. You are bringing in talent of people who know how to make good content. If you're training your model how to get good lighting for 5-6 weeks and she's still not grasping it, you have to look at it, my friend. Is this model ever going to push? If her content is really poor every time, even though you're training her for months on end, in the end, you might have to just give up and find a girl who knows how to get good images of herself, knows how to sexualize herself slightly. It's all right you being on the other side of the world, but when you are telling this girl and she can't understand, you can't do much more than that. You are on the other side of the world. You can only train her as much as you can. You can show her videos, tutorials, how you've done it specifically. They're still not getting the grasp. Maybe not every model can be pushed to the crazy numbers. It's very saturated, this industry now. And not every model can push that far. If she's got an ego in front of her, she's not willing to show personality, she's got no hobbies or interests. I've met loads of girls that, I just sit at home and watch Netflix all day. It's just not going to get you anywhere. Just please have all these things in your thoughts. Great quality content is what you need. You don't need to push onto 100 platforms. It's all about that great quality content.